Christmas Day.
Anyway,
Christmas Day.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. I'm sure you're all wondering why I summoned my cabinet on Christmas Day.
Canada has finally made its move against us.
What? No, I mean, of course not.
You mean not yet?
Ladies and gentlemen, since I was elevated to the presidency, I have become aware of a plot against our government. Maybe not against it, a plot to run the government for us?
well, that sounds great. Can I go home to my kids now?
No. Listen, there is a man behind the curtain, a master puppeteer, a one-man band of a shadow government going by the name of OG.
It's really just initials.
Yes, well, I was getting to that. The initials stand for Orville something.
Redenbacher?
No, that would be OR.
All right. Well, I'm stumped. Can I go home?
No, listen. Orville, whoever, has information about a world-ending crisis, but he's not sharing the details. We can't just sit by and wait for whatever is going to happen.
Why not? It's what we usually do.
Come on. You're my NSA advisor. What's today's situation report?
I hear there's some grumbling coming out of Montreal.
Get your mind out of Canada. Do you have anything about Athena O'Brien?
Oh, I got one of the new Athena phones for Christmas. And I got my husband the Athena pad. 5G. Absolutely blazing internet.
No, something criminal. She's reteamed with Admiral Fletcher.
Sir, Admiral Fletcher is dead. You killed him.
Yeah, then he spent a year in my head. I mean, forget I said anything. That's classified.
Are you feeling all right, Mr. President?
Yes, I'm fine. I need to know if you have any information about a new landmass forming under the sea that could rise and cause massive destruction across the globe.
I do not. Do you think that's something that's likely to happen?
OG does.
And why is that?
Because his computer or his data models or, I don't know, his psychic told him. He's in the business of prediction. Wait a minute. Where's Secretary Whitmire? He knows all about this.
I believe the Whitmire family spends their holiday on St. Thomas.
So, he's in Bora Bora with his mistress.
Typical. You know, I only pardoned him and gave him his old job back because OG told me it would help stop this global disaster.
The new landmass rising from the sea?
Yes.
Controlled by the Admiral,
Yes.
who was definitely dead,
Yes.
but is now back alive after spending a year in your head.
I mean, everything sounds worse when you say it in that tone.
I'm going to ask you again, sir. Do you feel all right?
What am I doing? I can just show you. He has little offices in every nook and cranny of this place.
The Admiral?
Oh, gee. He lives behind the curtain in my office. He's got an annex in the Christmas tree, but his main operation is on the bottom floor. Come on, everybody up. Field trip. Field trip!
The only thing on the bottom floor of the White House is the steam pipe distribution venue.
Not steam pipes, pneumatic tubes. They come in from all over the world. Some from an apartment right here in Washington. That's where I found former Speaker of the House Fran Nelson.
Who's in jail?
And ex-Vice President Oz Powers.
Also in jail.
And ex-President Dougie Henson.
Who's dead?
Nope, he's alive, and he's with Nelson and Oz. They were working out of an apartment on X Street until I ran them out of there.
There is no X Street in Washington, D.C.
Look, I know I sound crazy.
You do? Well, that's good.
It is?
Yes, because you've just admitted to your cabinet that you're non-compos mentis, and I hereby invoke the 25th Amendment of the United States Constitution to remove you from power.
What?
It's for your own good, and the good of the nation.
What?
All in favor?
Me?
Aye.
Motion passes. Tell the vice president they've been promoted.
Who is the vice president again?
I can't keep track of those things. Go home to your kids. I'll make sure former President Phillips is taken directly to a hospital for observation.
Stop.
Maybe I'll try that.
Stop. I order you to stop. I'm the President of the United States.
Not anymore.
Look, you've got to believe me. I can prove all this to you.
Oh, I believe you, Chet.
You do?
Of course. I always felt there was a greater power out there, controlling our destiny.
Then I don't understand what's happening right now.
Mr. President, become one with the ocean.
Oh, shit.
Mission Rejected, the story of the world's most secret agents, the backups. Tonight's episode, Don't Tell Mom the Illuminati's Dad.
Merry Christmas, son. I've missed you. I'm sorry to interrupt your holiday party. I just couldn't wait to see you any longer.
Does Mom? Does she know you're back? Alive?
No, not yet. Son, I'm so sorry for all the time away. But I'm here now. And I want to make it up to you.
Skip, what in the name of jolly old St. Nick is going on here?
McGrath? Zelda? Everybody. This is my father, Orville Granger.
O.G.
Happy Arbor Day! Oh boy, what did I miss?
Okay, Biff, McGrath, everyone, why don't we give Skip and his father some privacy? Everybody out. Party's over.
I just got here.
Fine, Studebaker, go to my room. Minnie McGrath can show off her bartending skills.
Sticklebacks for everyone!
What's going on?
Skip's father, who he long thought to be dead, has reappeared at his doorstep on Christmas, revealing himself to be the secretive man behind the curtain that Skip has been literally going insane trying to prove his existence.
That sounded like you were pitching a Hallmark movie.
Well, I am now.
Bowden?
We'll call it Father Christmas.
Bowden?
Skip, are you going to be okay? You want me to stay out here with you?
No, I'll be okay.
You know I'm within earshot if you need me, Agent Granger.
Thank you, Mackenzie.
I'm watching you, bub.
Understood.
That makes two of us.
You ladies have nothing to fear, except the end of the world, of course.
Right.
Go.
I don't even know where to begin. Should I call Mom? My siblings?
No one can know that I'm alive. Not yet.
Well, bad news. It's Christmas. I'm going to have to call them today, no matter what. Mom only does FaceTime now, so you're going to have to stay out of the frame.
There will be time for a full family reunion, I promise. But first, we have to save the world.
It's always something with you, isn't it? I can't come to your school play. I have to meet with the UN. Sorry to miss your Little League game. I've got an audience with the Pope. I can't tell your mom I'm alive. We have to go save the world.
Son, your feelings are 100% valid, but we don't have time for histrionics.
Then you should have shown up sooner.
That's fair. Why don't I try and explain myself as quickly as I can, and then you can ask me any questions you want.
Okay.
I spent my adult life working for the State Department. I believed in public service. I believed in this country. I believed that the contributions of one person could and should make a positive ripple felt all around the world.
I modeled my entire life on that philosophy.
My positive attitude and unassuming nature kept me around through multiple administrations. I received more and more overseas assignments, and those evolved from trade agreements and policy recommendations to work of a more sensitive nature. Top secret work.
Were you CIA?
No. Officially, I was only ever an employee of the State Department, but my work benefited the NSA, the FBI, even the EMF.
None of this explains why you disappeared.
When you were still young, I was on a routine assignment in Prague. That's where I met CB.
CB?
He was the me before me, the previous man behind the curtain.
So Section Chief Friday Saturday was right. There's always been someone pulling the strings.
Well, I don't like the phrase pulling the strings, but yes, there's been someone in my position for a long time. CB knew of at least 3 before him. He came to me because he knew that my success in Prague could prevent a global nuclear conflict.
You said it was a routine assignment.
CB had information about how a small misstep could spiral into a catastrophe. Once we succeeded in Prague, he brought me inside, and now I want to bring you in.
So this has nothing to do with healing old wounds. You just need me to defeat the Admiral.
Son, you have to believe that both things can be true. Are true. You and I can save the world. And that's a pretty good first step towards patching up a relationship.
Okay. I'm listening.
You should call your team in.
Here we are.
The bug was...
In the Lego Christmas Village.
Should have known.
It's Christmas?
Studebaker,
Just go back in my room, man.
Okie doke, Shelley Long.
Sorry we were eavesdropping, Skip.
Oh, he knew. He asked for it.
He did?
He called me Mackenzie, G. He never calls me Mackenzie.
Oh, it was code.
Duh.
Exactly.
The Hallmark people are going to love this.
All right, OG, start talking.
That was a neat little dossier you put together on Big Z here. But that stuff about the future? Anyone could make that up.
Not the people at Hallmark.
Seriously, we're going to need some better evidence before we just go under the sea. Where is this new Atlantis exactly?
That I don't know.
Well, that's just great, Dad.
It is great, son. Because what I do know is that at any moment now, someone who does know the location is going to contact you. When that happens, you'll understand that my system does make accurate predictions and we can proceed with the mission.
Skip, I don't buy it. This guy doesn't know where a world-ending undersea city is hiding, but he knows that someone else knows. And that person is what? Just going to walk up and knock on our door? Ugh, come on.
I'll get it.
Ah!
I demand to speak to Skip Granger.
What?
Oh.
Terry Millionaire?
So sue me.
Where the hell have you been?
And what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, my sweet Terry Bot. What have they done to you?
What? No, her name is Minnie McGrath, and I made her. The kit was a Christmas gift from...
That thieving harlot, Athena O'Brien. She took my company, my money, my beloved patents, even the pending ones.
Millionaire, you better give me one good reason not to haul your ass off to jail right now.
Because we want the same thing. To see Admiral Fletcher's hopes and dreams crushed in front of him.
Aw, did your love connection not work out?
A kidnapping is more like it. After he used TerryCore technology to download his mind into a clone body, he forced me to give him shelter in one of my Terry C underwater research labs, abusing my exclusive TerryBot nanotechnology to create his twisted vision of New Atlantis. And then when he had no further use for me, he went running back into the arms of that interloper O'Brien, and he shot me out of a torpedo tube.
None of that could have happened to a nicer guy.
I am prepared to take you right to the heart of New Atlantis.
In exchange for what?
Let's say, dropping all outstanding charges against me.
Screw off.
Then good luck finding it on your own.
I'd have to clear it with Secretary Whitmire.
No, do not involve Whitmire.
The section chief can't just grant you blanket clemency, Terry.
I could. If you like.
Who is this?
That's just my dad.
Mr. Granger, sir, you are clearly a man in the know. If you don't mind me asking, what's in store for Abbott and Costello Vampire Hunters? They've pushed it back twice now. I assume they're saving it for Oscar season.
Oh, no. That's never going to be released.
What?
The studio is going to use it as a tax write-off.
I'm being Zaslaved?
Never trust a Warner brother.
No! All those reshoots.
Fine, Terry. Give us the coordinates and you've got your deal.
Oh, no. Terry Millionaire doesn't do anything without terms and conditions. I take you to New Atlantis myself, and accompany you every step along the way. I want to see the defeat in Fletcher's eyes when you bring him down.
And stand idly by while you stab us in the back? I don't think so.
Dad?
The chances of Terry betraying you are... 1 second. Have to check my notebook. Sorry, memory isn't what it used to be. The chance of Terry betraying you is only 18%.
That's not exactly comforting.
It's not bad. For example, as a white woman under 40 with a master's degree, you have almost a 20% chance of becoming a millionaire in your lifetime.
Well, that's never going to happen.
Exactly. So 18% means you're all but in the clear. Plus, the odds can be swayed in your favor. Back at my office, I have the ability to monitor your progress and try to influence events.
You don't have a laptop you could do that from?
I'm afraid my predictive system isn't online. Not in the way you're thinking.
Look, enough of this nonsense. How do you expect us to get to the bottom of the ocean?
Just climb on board my movie career. It's sinking faster than the Titanic.
I have access to a submarine.
How? Your entire empire was consumed by AthenaCore.
but not my lifetime membership in Suber.
Suber?
The world's leading submarine on-demand service. I'm a Gold Tier member. Only Betty White had a higher status than me. Bless her.
All right, then. We go using Terry's subservice.
Actually, Skip, I was hoping you'd come with me.
I go with my team.
I know, son, but as I told Gloria, I can help to pull the strings, as you put it. If you come with me, use your knowledge of how your team operates, our chances of helping them go through the roof.
I think I could be more help on the mission.
I know this has all been a lot, and it probably didn't make much sense.
You think?
I'd like to show you where I work and what I do. It will give me the chance to explain better the choices I've had to make. Why I put you and the family through this.
It's your call, Skip. If you need to go figure stuff out with your dad, we got this.
I have so many questions, McGrath.
Then go get some answers, bud.
I don't want to abandon the team.
You're not. You're gonna go pull the strings. Remember?
Senior Agent Kovac?
Yes, Agent Granger?
You bring your team home safe. I'm going to work with my dad.
Understood?
Gloria, stay on comms. I'll hang back and coordinate with Pat and the other agency heads in case things go pear-shaped.
Our Suber has been reserved. We'd better go. If we don't pick it up in 30 minutes, he'll give it to some other bored billionaire.
Say, Terry, got any rich friends who'd buy a soon-to-be classic film away from a short-sighted studio?
Only as a tax write-off.
Let's all go to the bottom of the ocean.
Can I come out of the room now?
No way, Jose!
Okie dokes.
Okay, Skip, through here. Watch your head. You're a little taller than I am.
Do you travel exclusively via secret tunnel?
With DC traffic, that's this job's biggest perk. Follow me?
Dad, wait. Where are we?
No time to explain. We're already behind schedule.
Dad, stop! I'm not taking another step until you give me some idea as to what I'm walking into.
You're right. Skip, there's so much I want to tell you. So much I've missed. Teaching you to drive.
I won an illegal road race. Thanks.
How to play ball.
I pitched in the minors.
What to do when you fall hopelessly in love.
I've already picked out my secret family abandonment bunker. Oh my, that was sarcasm.
All that time with Mackenzie McGrath was bound to have some effect on you.
Yeah, I get... Wait. How do you know about McGrath? How do you know anything about me?
I've never taken my eyes off you. Let me show you how. Right here, through these doors.
Here? This is just the... What's the sign say? The Presidential Puzzle Building Room. Are we in the White House?
This happens to be one of the easier thoroughways to my little realm. See that bust of celebrity puzzler Hugh Jackman?
On the mantle there?
You want a Presidential Medal of Freedom for that? Turn it 23 degrees counterclockwise. It's okay. I promise. All your answers lie just behind Hugh Jackman's head.
All right. Whoa! The fireplace is a secret door?
This is the White House, Skip. Everything is a secret door.
What is this place?
This is the center of it all. All of these tubes and lines connect to intelligence channels across the world.
It's like we're inside the Iron Giant.
Your favorite movie.
It was.
Ah, things have changed, I suppose. What is it now?
Paddington 2.
Hello, OG.
Ah! A woman in the walls?
Well, gee, based on these sour faces, you'd think the last Blockbuster closed.
Not on my watch.
Please don't talk about the last Blockbuster.
Oh, right. That must be a painful memory.
You knew about that too, huh?
Skip, this is Midge, my right-hand woman. She keeps the gears of this place oiled. And as you can see, that takes a lot of oil. Midge, this is Skip, my son.
Your son? Your son? Oh, is today?
I hope so.
Well, I don't mean to throw a wrench in things, but we have a new data set from the machine.
We'll be right over.
Dad?
I think you'll find this all very exciting. Come on, let me show you.
Dad!
It really is a remarkable feat of engineering, especially when you consider it goes back to Lincoln's time. He was definitely not a plumbing
Dad!
guy.
Why did you leave?
I had to.
I would say a man has to be there for his family.
I know.
You were in and out for long stretches most of my childhood. It wasn't great, but it's what I was used to. And then you didn't come back. Do you know what that did to us kids? Trip was barely 3. Mom swears your leaving triggered his fixation on Elmer's glue.
I wish you all hadn't had to go through that. But what CB tapped me to do was too important.
Wow. I guess we just weren't that important then.
You were the most important thing in the world to me. And I know that choosing this life hurt you and our family. And I'm sorry.
We thought you were dead.
It was the only way to truly disappear. I am sorry. But I can't afford regrets, Skip. Because our suffering was a fraction of what others would have suffered had I chosen differently.
How?
Just come with me, and you'll understand. I know it's a big ask, but I need you to trust me.
I don't. I can't. But I need to understand. Darn you, Blue's Clues, for instilling me with an unquenchable curiosity!
I'll take it. Walk with me. Hundreds of billions of events occur every moment, any one of which could veer off into a catastrophe. At any given second, on any given day, the fate of the human race, of the world entire, stands balanced on a knife's edge. My job is to keep it all from falling off that edge.
No, that's what we do at the EMF. You are living in a wall, hiding from your family.
Let me put it in more concrete terms, in a way I think you'll appreciate.
Your tie? Is that
a Matsuhito portable slide projector? Tie pin edition.
I thought those were an urban legend, that the prototype put the company out of business.
It did. This is the prototype. This bill is working its way through the Senate Armed Services Committee. It would remove all naval submersibles from the Potomac River, relocating them a minimum of 50 miles from any concentration of civilians.
That sounds good.
It does, doesn't it? But it can't be allowed. This is the latest algorithmic impact data surrounding this decision. Take a look.
It's a diagram of a fish?
The stretch of the Potomac in question is home to approximately 64,000 largemouth bass. These bass spend part of the year further downstream in a small rural mining settlement called Dumptown. Removing 24 Navy submersibles will drastically alter currents and water temperature. The environmental stress will decrease their population in the area by 64%.
Eliminating them as a food source.
Eventually, Dumptown will collapse, and its primary employer, the largest aluminum mine in the country, will close.
Oh, no! The country won't have sufficient foil to store their leftovers!
Or build structures, motors, window frames, all because of one Senate bill with unforeseen consequences. But what if this local library group in Burrillville, Rhode Island goes viral in its support of a new transit hub, which their senator adds as a rider to the Potomac submersible bill, infuriating this senator from Connecticut, whose own constituents don't want to pay taxes to build more transit lines, causing Connecticut to filibuster and table the vote indefinitely.
And you can make that happen?
With the press of a button. See, Skip? I'm keeping the plate spinning. For everything. It's a thankless job. But the most important ones usually are.
And how do you know you're spinning the plates the right way?
I'll show you.
Bowden, I didn't expect us to spend Christmas deep-sea diving into the Marianas Trench, but the two of us swimming with blue whales is one of the most amazing experiences I could ever imagine, sweetheart. Sweetheart?
Sorry, love. It's a little like watching two school buses floating over your head.
It's like watching two school buses aggressively trying to get the same parking spot over your head.
I believe they're copulating.
Oh!
It's like watching Warner Brothers and Disney.
Let's give them some privacy.
Terry, you could have told your sub-driver to drop us closer.
Why, so we could get torpedoed like your friend's vampire movie?
What's that you say? You want me to cut your air supply line?
Terry, if anyone end up in prison or at the bottom of this trench, you're going to show us this undersea city you built.
Of course. Right over here.
Amazing!
You're telling me you used nanites to build this in less than a year?
Oh, they were beautiful. A swarm of tiny airborne robots working together, putting particles into shapes, walls, glass, and wood.
Like bacteria building plaque on your smile.
Inelegant, but technically correct. Perhaps the way sea creatures build coral reefs would be more poetic.
By sea creatures, are you saying this robot Cloud can swim underwater?
Of course.
Like that?
Oh no, watch out!
Oh, damn it! Now they know we're coming.
No, not necessarily. The nanites are too small to be all-purpose machines. They build, but they do not report back.
Just like my contacts at Sony.
Look! They're swimming underneath the city!
They're going to have to get back inside somewhere. We can follow them in.
Swim for it! It looks like they're going into some kind of intake pipe.
It's an egress tube to allow them to enter and exit the city.
If this tube was designed for a cloud of tiny robots, it probably hasn't been cleared for human travel, has it?
Only one way to find out.
What are you doing?
Little help, Gloria?
No, stop. I've already been shot out of this city. I don't want to be shot in.
Did he make it?
That was awful.
Sounds like it. I'll go next.
Welcome to the nerve center of the operation, son. These machines crunch numbers sent to me from around the globe, calculating millions of probabilities a second, telling me where the world is headed. Sometimes it's clear, and sometimes it's less so. Either way, I work the numbers and find alternate solutions when the likely outcome is unacceptable. For instance, Section Chief Anders' recent promotion.
You blocked her promotion?
It gave me no pleasure, but the numbers were clear.
How clear?
There was 94.627% chance that Secretary of Defense Anders would eventually need to make a decision that would endanger the head of the CIA.
Pat?
She'd have to choose between her wife and the world. And the probability that she'd pick the world
is 0.
Didn't even need the data to tell you that, huh?
I'm starting to understand. A little, maybe?
You ever wonder why Pat goes by Pat Rose Anders, but Zelda only uses Anders? I wonder if she's anthrophobic. I could run some numbers. Look at that. Duty calls.
What does it say?
Okay, yes. At this precise moment, there's a 58% chance that a proposed AI data center on the site of a former 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant would have a disastrous effect on the local water supply, decimating Pennsylvania's farmland by 12% in the next year alone.
58% isn't a terribly high chance.
But is it low enough to ignore?
It would seriously disrupt the nation's agriculture supply.
Good instinct. So with this panel of dials and buttons, we can control the flow and priority of information, make suggestions to policymakers. The sky's the limit. So knowing what we know, and with all of this ability to affect change at our fingertips, what would you do?
Me?
Yes, just off the top of your head. What's your instinct?
Well, I see some Wall Street connected levers here. I guess I could start by bankrupting the company looking to build on that site.
Oh, that would be Microsoft. You really want to tank one of the major American companies?
After Windows 11? But, point taken, I can see a lighter touch is needed. Well, 3 Mile Island is on the Susquehanna River with lots of public green around it. If it were me, I'd increase funding to state parks, which looks like I can goose with this dial here, make it a more attractive area for tourists, and if the local tourist economy booms, they're less in need of Clippy's blood money. Also, there's a Frito-Lay factory in nearby York, which makes Funyuns, the most popular snack in the state. If people knew their access to Funyuns was threatened, they'd protest the building of the data center, so I wiggle this dial to alert the snack bloggers. Oh, plus, I'd want to raise awareness with a catchy social media campaign, and it looks like Taylor Swift's TikTok is controlled by this dial here.
Skip. That's exactly what I would do.
Really?
Why don't you go ahead and do the honors?
Oh, okay. Little bit further up. And turn that one all the way down. And there we go. I did it!
Ah, looks like we have an update. Skip, there's an 86% chance you saved 12,000 Pennsylvanian farmers from devastating loss, as well as 15,000 beavers. Congratulations.
That feels incredible.
It does, doesn't it? And you're a natural. I'm not surprised, though. Your mother always said you and I were cut from the same cloth.
Right. What's that? Is there something else we can help people with?
Oh, this isn't anything for now. Just a situation I've been monitoring. But actually, the fishing mafia in the Okayama prefecture has been looking a little dicey lately. I wonder if you'd want to take a look. Help me figure out what can be done to keep it in equilibrium.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, hey, did you sort that finance thing out?
Skip handled it with aplomb. Now we're going to the south wing to look at Okayama.
Have fun. Oh, and something else came in about one of those American Idol judges, too.
American Idol is still on?
American Idol is the only thing stopping Canada from invading.
Cute family. Wonder how the kid will be as my Oh! You?
I'm wet! I'm wet! I'm hysterical! And I'm wet!
Get over yourself and be quiet!
Well, definitely not designed for human beings. Thanks for breaking my fall, Terry.
I'm in pain and I'm wet.
Well, they flushed my career down the toilet. Now I know what it's like to get flushed up one.
Everyone, shush! Is the swarm still nearby?
It's possible the nanites have gone to recharge.
What kind of security do they have in here?
I have no idea which mercenaries they've hired or what kind of horrible things they've booby-trapped this place with since I was forcibly ejected from it.
Okay, we're going to go quick and quiet. Stay alert. Be ready for guards, guns, laser grids, attack dogs, the worst.
Sure thing, boss.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Go!
I'm still wet.
Shut up! Agent McGrath, I've got a computer-locked door here.
On it.
I'm on point. Whatever's behind this door, I want it to come for me first.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready.
Okay. It's a closet.
Maybe it's a trap closet.
Maybe.
No, simply a closet. As barren as your career.
How dare you?
All right. Next door.
Here we go. Gloria, big double doors.
Oh, that looks like a depot of some kind.
Weapons?
Mainframe?
I'm betting it's something too important to be left unguarded. Hi-ya! And it's unguarded.
Terminals, though. I can get into their systems.
Do it!
Be careful, Mac. Who knows what kind of security they might have.
The password is become the number one, and you get it.
Well, they could be lulling us into a false sense of security.
Yeah, I've got control of the whole station.
I have to admit, this has been a little anticlimactic.
Like a movie used as a tax write-off.
Terry, how many guards were stationed on this base when you left?
None. It was just Fletcher and I, until Athena and the old man showed up to evict me.
Is it possible they're still alone down here? The Admiral is nuts, but Athena's more careful than that.
Agent McGrath, find whatever mechanism can cause this city to rise to the surface and permanently disable it.
No can do.
Why not?
Because somebody already has.
Who? Me. Aha! Athena O'Brien!
Sup?
Evening, EMF scum.
Excellent. Take her out.
You'll never get away with this, Athena.
With what?
With whatever you're planning. Now put them up. Ha!
Okay. I mean, I was planning to hand the Admiral over to you so you could put him in prison, but Dad's itching for a fight if you really want one.
It would be my great pleasure.
You... what?
How you doing?
A little confused. Help me out?
Sure. You've come here to bring the fugitive Admiral H.R.R. Fletcher to justice. I, a concerned citizen, we'll take you to him. I can't have criminals in New Atlantis.
I see. You're going to let us take the Admiral off your hands and you make millions off the city he built.
That I built.
I have filled out all the proper paperwork to incorporate this sovereign underwater habitat.
My eye you have.
Show him, Dad.
There you are. All nice and legal. Tomas is a notary public.
Where's the Admiral?
In his friggin' chapel.
Okay, we'll have to sneak up on him, and then we can get him from the...
No problem. He practices his organ 15 hours a day, and he's practically gone deaf from playing it, so you can just walk right on in.
You know, all the air really has gone out of this adventure.
Wait, Athena, you can't let the city rise to the surface. It'll be an environmental disaster.
Wait. Why would we rise the city to the surface?
Because that's your evil supervillain plan?
It's an underwater city. The whole draw is that it's underwater.
But we have solid intel suggesting that the Admiral plans to send this city crashing to the ocean surface.
What kind of intel?
Skip's dad told us at a Christmas party?
Uh-huh. After how much eggnog?
Athena, why did you dismantle the depth stabilizers on the city if you weren't worried about it rising?
Oh, I've dismantled everything the Admiral had control over. Look, you think I don't know he's planning to betray me? Of course he is. I've known that maniac for 7 years. Obviously, he thinks he's going to try and use the city to conquer the ocean and then the Earth itself, blah, 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 blah. But it's not going to happen because I'm too smart for him. I have complete control over every part of the station. I've locked him out. I've subverted all of his devious plans, and I've thought of every other devious plan he'll ever think up. So, come this way, and please, haul him off my station.
You're not seriously considering listening to her.
McGrath, you know her best. What do you think?
Honestly, I think she's telling the truth. She gets everything she wants.
All right, Athena, lead the way.
Don't spin it too fast. You don't want the mapo tofu too spicy.
This style tips the driver 20%. And now...
The head of the Okayama fishing mafia will have an unordered mapo tofu arrive on his doorstep.
2 minutes after his favorite baseball team loses in the bottom of the 11th inning.
And by burying his emotions in spiciness...
He'll oversleep tomorrow and wake up too late to manipulate squid ink prices.
Thereby saving Galveston, Texas.
I admit that last jump still confuses me a bit, but that was fun.
Isn't it nice saving the world from the comfort of a White House sub-basement? Comfort being a relative term, of course.
It is. And Dad?
Hmm?
I admit that the logical part of me understands why you had to leave. I mean, we've done so much good in just a few hours. What you do here is important. The logical part of me gets that. But I'm still mad at you.
I know.
It wasn't perfect, but we were family. And you walked out on us and things were never the same. Mom tried so hard, but I couldn't escape the empty hole you left behind. I drifted away from my siblings, tried to fill that emptiness by throwing myself into government work, but it was just a band-aid. Then fate landed me in charge of an EMF team. I didn't know how much I needed a family until I found one. I'm glad to know what you do down here, and that you have the world's best interests in mind. But it doesn't change things. I miss my real family, McGrath, Gloria, Bowden, and Zelda, and I just feel like I should be with them. You said we could help them, so let's help. It's time you showed me some intel on this mission.
All right. Here's the most vital intel I have.
Okay, let's, according to the machine, if I had accompanied the team to New Atlantis, there is a 100% chance, really?
One of the few 100% chances I've ever seen. Lots of 54.6s and 34.8s, and even a 98.6% chance that a NASDAQ crash leads to an Academy Award for Uwe Boll. But hardly ever 100%. Go on. Read.
A 100% chance that if Skip Granger accompanies his team to New Atlantis, I die?
Yes. you would assuredly sacrifice yourself for the greater good. It's the kind of person you are. Leaving you to go do an important job was one thing. Watching you go off to certain death? I couldn't live with myself if I allowed it.
Dad, was there a dire outcome associated with my going to...
Yes. You would have died.
I mean, on a global scale,
You would have died. That's dire enough. That's global enough.
But the mission would have succeeded? If I died, we'd defeat the Admiral?
If you're not there, the numbers still indicate a very good chance Miss Kovac and the others can accomplish.
You should not have brought me here. You should not have risked it.
Here he is. The kid who just can't let a noble sacrifice pass him by.
Excuse me?
Oh, come on. You can't kid a kidder, kiddo. How many times have you rushed into death's door for the greater good? Fighting an army of admirals in an Antarctic ice cave, using that self-destruct on Athena's island when you thought there was no hope of escape.
The world was at stake!
And did you think of your mother? Or your siblings? How they would feel?
They'd be safe and alive!
And you?
I'd be dead.
You'd be disavowed. You'd vanish, and they'd never know what happened to you. And you were prepared to do it anyway. For the greater good.
I
knew if you went to New Atlantis, you wouldn't be coming back. I sacrificed being there for you your whole life. Today I had the chance to make sure I didn't lose you for good. And we are going to make sure your team gets back. The Granger men are at the helm of the most powerful machine in the world. What can stop us? You're even more of a natural at this than I am.
Probabilities, statistics, insanely complicated plans to prevent catastrophe. My whole life has kind of been leading up to... Oh, wait!
What?
Dad, this isn't take your child to work day 20 years late, is it?
Better late than never.
And when you introduced me to Midge, she asked if today was the day, and you said you hoped so.
Skip, to sanitize the great American philosopher Roger Murtaugh, I'm getting too old for this. The time has come for me to pass the torch to a new man behind the curtain.
Who, me? No! I mean, I would be great at it, but...
You are great at it. You've been doing it all day, with a creative flair I can't match. It's like you said, your whole life prepared you for this. What? What's that look?
It is like my whole life prepared me for this.
I know!
It's as if events have conspired throughout my life to make me into the perfect man to take this job. Dad, you were watching me all these years, right? Did you put your thumb on the scales? Did you dial the knobs and tweak the numbers and make me the way I am?
No. But...
What's happening?
Unexpected. Turbulent changes sometimes happen, but not on this scale. This is bad.
Holidays under the ocean. Happy days are here again. I love every mackerel and octopus and cuttlefish and grouper fish and...
Sorry to interrupt your service, Admiral.
But we're here to serve you! Did that work?
Not really.
Kind of sounds like you're here to be his servant.
Oh, no.
We'll workshop it next time.
You people are infuriating. Just shoot him.
We don't have guns.
You don't carry guns?
We came straight from Skip's Christmas party. I wasn't packing anything but eggnog.
Zelda revoked my license after I tried to twirl a practice Glock on my finger.
I prefer knives. They are terrifying and also serve as kitchen utensils.
Okay, look, Admiral. The goon squad is here, they've got a warrant, and I'm a solid citizen now, so you're under arrest.
We don't have warrants either.
Jesus Christ.
We're a paragovernmental agency. We don't do things on the record.
Shut up! We don't need a warrant.
Actually,
Fletcher, the gig's up, man. You're coming with us.
Oh, well. I suppose you've caught me wet-handed.
Red-handed.
Oh, I'll need to get a pardon from the President of the United States. Ugh.
What the? Chet?
Hey, everyone. Nice of you to finally show up.
President Phillips!
Chet, how did he even get you down here?
Oh, I snuck him in with the pudding shipment.
Athena! I thought you said you knew everything he was doing. If you knew about this kidnapping, you're going down too.
Well, I never. Admiral, you kidnapped the president? And then displayed the evidence in front of these government agents? Oh no! Why would I have ever let something like this happen?
I guess you're going to the firing squad, Fletcher. Alone.
Was I just set dressing for his arrest?
You've always been better seen and not heard, Chetty.
Merry Christmas. Little help?
I don't know. I kind of like you tied up like that.
Seems like old times.
Okay, enough. Admiral, you're coming with us.
Oh, very well. Just allow me to finish playing my masterpiece.
Whoa!
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 What is that? Some sort of glass shield?
It appears to be one of Terricor's super strong transparent aluminum alloys.
Do you have anything that isn't a Star Trek ripoff?
I don't know. Have you, William Shatner?
Why, you monster!
Quiet, fools! He's completely sealed himself inside.
Yeah. So, good, Admiral. You just caught yourself?
Great. He chained himself to his own underwater city.
Typical. He's gonna make us drag him out of here.
Oh, no, Athena. Mr. President, my good agents. I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you.
Oh, is this the part where you think Tomas is gonna attack us?
What?
The alpaca?
Yeah. Tomas informed me all about your plans to sway him to your side with the promise of untold riches and power over, quote, the animals of the field.
How?
Come on in, Tomas. Tomas remembers who genetically engineered him to be hyper-intelligent. Doesn't he?
He still spills the tea, though.
Forget about Abbott and Costello. Tomas, can I interest you in a reboot of Mr. Ed?
You haven't bested me, Athena. Not by a nautical mile.
Oh, the Finlandic pirates you made arrangements with? Those are canceled. Also, I paid off Lucky Lessmacher, so she's not coming, and despite your efforts to train those whales to sing us to death, they just want to keep boffing each other.
Ha! Just like nature intended.
You are never going to rule the city.
Oh, I never had any intention of doing so.
What's that noise?
He's got the organ hooked up to something.
That's not possible. I know every circuit and pipe in this city.
What did I tell you the first time we met, Terry? Was I out to become the king of some measly underwater buildings?
No. You said you wanted revenge.
What's going on?
It sounds like the whole city is shaking itself apart.
Of course it is! I've been upgrading this organ for the last 3 weeks. I had no doubt you would discover my ruses, Athena, but my true intention was never to take this city. I merely wanted you.
Who?
All of you. The O'Briens who betrayed me. President Phillips, who fired off that electrical device in Antarctica that sent me to an early grave.
I mean, it wasn't that early.
And, of course, the miserable insects that make up the extraordinary missions force. All here, within my trap.
What are you going to do? You have no access to the station controls.
I have the laws of physics at my disposal, Detective Kovac. The air pressure from the organ will build and build within the station until pop goes the weasel.
So this was never a plan to bring an underwater city to the surface?
No! Why would you bring an underwater city to the surface?
It was just a honeypot to lure us all down here and drown us.
While I stay safe and breathing within my steel bubble.
You never actually cared about this underwater city.
After all the work I put in.
Athena, I don't suppose you considered this angle when you predicted the Admiral's plans?
I did not.
God damn it.
Your face.
Wait!
Bowden?
Don't you see? OG was completely wrong!
What?
He couldn't predict the future. So Abbott and Costello Vampire Hunters is safe and sound! The world will survive to see it!
Congratulations! It's too bad you won't.
Oh, yes, that is bad.
I'm starting to regret having said that the air has gone out of this mission.
Kneel before me, Athena O'Brien. Writhe in the ecstasy of defeat, Chet Phillips. And forever know my revenge, agents of the EMF, and most especially my nemesis. Bow to your Admiral Special Agent Skip Granger.
Skip's not here.
What?
Skip isn't here.
Why not?
Oh, he just stayed home.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, you did decide to do this on Christmas.
Yeah, you probably should have scheduled this for after the holidays.
If you wanted Skip here.
Did he not know I was down here?
Oh, no, he did.
Threatening the safety of the planet?
It was certainly implied.
What was he too busy? What else did he have to do?
I think he decided to spend the day with his dad.
His dad?
Look, the guy definitely has daddy issues.
As one of Granger's many pseudo-father figures, I can attest to that.
But why don't I get to be a Granger father figure?
Sorry, just checking in here. So you're not gonna blow this place up then, or?
Athena, don't remind him.
Maybe I'll just take cold comfort in his knowing that I murdered all his friends.
Terrible plan. No one will tell him.
What?
I mean, we'll all be disavowed, so he won't be allowed to know what happened.
I mean, he'll probably think we all got put in witness protection.
Yes! He'll grin wistfully, thinking of us running some bakery in France. Perhaps starting a community theater. Watching Oscar-winning vampire movies.
Enough!
You know, if he's not blowing us up, can someone please let me out of these chains?
Who says I'm not blowing anything up?
Oh, what is he doing?
He's forcing all the air out of the bottom of the organ.
That's right. All the way out through the bottom of the city. The pressure is high enough that it will overcome the depth stabilizers and shoot us to the surface.
Why?
Why, it was your idea, Agent Kovac. The station will shear itself apart at the surface, shattering the city and causing a global disaster. Maybe Skip Granger and his daddy will notice me.
Oh, jeez!
You'll blow us all up. You'll blow yourself up.
Well, the fish if I care. I came back from the dead once. I'll do it again. Earth's surface, here we come.
Oh, jeez! Oh, wait! OG was right? About everything? Even Abbott and Costello?
Here we come.
Athena, you have to get to the escape pods.
We'll never make it in time. We have to try. Bowden, grab Chet.
Might as well.
Athena, lead everybody to the escape pod.
The city is still rising. We've got to do something or the Earth is toast.
I am doing it. I'm going to stay behind and try to overload the system. Blow the whole thing up before it can do any damage.
Oh, the hell you are! I'm the lead agent.
Gloria, no. You stay, I stay. Better yet, you go. I couldn't live without you, and if I die down here, maybe they'll release my movie as a tribute.
Everybody back off. This is between me and the Admiral. Besides, I'm the President of the United States. Or I was. Either way, this is my sacrifice to make.
Yes! Let Phillips die! Win-win!
Don't look at me. I think you're all nuts.
Look,
it's my turn.
I insist on staying.
My turn to sacrifice
Make
myself.
me a star.
Skip, buddy,
No, dear.
I could
I'm
really
staying
use
here.
some strings pulled right about now.
New Atlantis is what?
It's rising! We have to act fast!
Just tell me what to do.
2 dials over, 3 levers up. See it?
Yes.
Keep it steady while I adjust these sliders.
Ah, you're simulating a tropical depression for the NOAA weather satellites.
All civilian fishing traffic should be out of the area in minutes. Now bring that lever down halfway.
This one?
No! That would destroy the Hoover Dam.
Why do we even have this lever? Oh, you mean this one?
Yes. Halfway.
Okay. Wait.
No time for waiting, Skip.
Dad, if I'm reading this right, this will authorize a nuclear substrike on New Atlantis' exact position.
If that city breaches the surface, Skip, the tsunami it triggers will destabilize the Marianas Trench. You saw my predictions. Doomsday!
My whole team is on New Atlantis! If I do this, everyone I love will die!
Skip, if there's one thing this job requires, it's sacrifice.
Sacrifices like the one you dodged when you kept me from my mission. I could have stopped this.
You can stop it now, Skip. Everything's in place. Push the button.
Mr. Orville, what's going on?
Not now, Midge. Skip! Push the button!
I
was wrong. You're not ready. I'll do it
You'll do nothing. Hi, Kiba!
Midge! Get off me! Hold on. This is a snap face. You're not Midge.
Midge is tied up in a closet.
And I came out a long time ago.
Section
Chief! Just let me go! You don't know what you're doing!
I knew you couldn't be trusted. I've been following you since we left Skip's apartment. Skip, step away from the machine. We'll figure out another way. You and me.
There is no other way! I'm keeping the world from chaos!
Look around you, Orville. All the world is in chaos. You're relying on numbers and statistics to run your life, but the world is more complicated than that.
Skip, there's no time. You have to push the button.
Skip, don't push that button.
Don't listen to her.
Listen to him.
It's not too late.
Not too late.
Shut up!
Skip.
Son.
Forgive me.
Mission Rejected was created and produced by Pete Barry, J. Michael DeAngelis, and John Dowgan. Associate producer Paige Klenecki. This episode was written by Pete Barry, J. Michael DeAngelis, John Dowgan, and Paige Klenecki, and my grandmother, and her 3 dogs. Directed by J. Michael DeAngelis and Pete Barry. It starred Chris Klenecki as Skip Granger, Naza Sarpkaya as Mackenzie McGrath and Minnie McGrath, Dave Stanger as Bode Moncrief, Paige Klenecki as Gloria Kovac, Faith Dowgan as Section Chief Zelda Anders, with Kirk White as Chet Phillips and Katarina McGrath as the Mission Voice. Also starring Ashley Banks as Athena O'Brien, Jill Ivey as Midge, and Bob Killian as the Admiral. Guest starring J. Michael DeAngelis as the NSA advisor, Rebecca Surface as the Secretary of the Interior, John Dowgan as Dr. Biff Studebaker, David S. Deere as Terry Millionaire, Pete Barry as Christados O'Brien, and special guest star Jimmy Oreo as OG. Music by Pete Barry. Sound editing and mixing by John Dowgan. Well, another season is come and gone. Where does the time go? We're going to take a nice long break between seasons. We'll be back, we promise. We just need a hot minute. Until then, there are years of bonus content to sift through on our Patreon, and we promise to keep it full of surprises during the hiatus. Visit patreon.com/missionrejected to join. This has been a Portrait production, copyright 2025, Extraordinary Missions Limited. Mission Rejected will return.
When can I come out?
When I say so, Private!
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, yes, sir!
Sir, yes, sir.
I am your god now!
Okie dokies.
Another quality podcast from the Porch Room.